guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a stack of new books that I had purchased kind of in between the move and whatnot, and they've been piling up. And one of the first ones I wanted to show you guys was this new book I found. From what I can tell, excuse me, it was published just in the end of February this year. I had never seen it before. It just happened to pop up on my Amazon. And so I bought it because it looked pretty interesting. There weren't a lot of flip-throughs or previews on Amazon, but still, from what I could tell, it looked like a pretty good book. And then Color with Claire beat me to it and did a flip-through, but I'm still gonna do my own. So yeah, if you haven't seen this book, if I'm reading it correctly, it's only been around since the end of February on Amazon. And it is not a Create Space book. So that was the thing when I first went to order it, because there wasn't a lot of reviews. So I was like, oh, is this just another Create Space paper book? But this is a very well-made book. I mean, it's got a nice thick cardstock cover, paper. The cover itself is gorgeous. And it's a botanical coloring book by Maggie Enterrios, I think is how you say it. So yeah, let me show you this book and see if you like it as much as I do. Thought it was really cute that you have this purple entry. And then you got your Flowerscapes page. And then another one. There's a lot of paper you go through before you get to where you need to go. And then you got your Belongs To page, which is really pretty. Has tons of little cute flowers. You could totally decorate this up. Now the paper, you can see here how it's not glued, it's actually strung in on the binding, which is good. So it won't break loose if you break the spine. But the paper itself, it's a cardstock for sure, but it's not as thick as like a Johanna Basford type book. So just keep that in mind. All right, so her introduction, she tells you a little bit about the book. And then she even shows where you can tag at Color Flowerscape and just hashtag Flowerscape online, as you finish your pages. I thought this page was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at these flowers and leaves and all the details. It's kind of reminds me of Flower Year, just a little more on a larger scale because the Flower Year book is pretty compact. So first thing you dive into is a double page spread. Honestly, had I gotten this before I did my April What's in the Bag, this would be in my April pages because almost every page in this book I want to color like yesterday. So I'm loving this double page. I think I would actually save this one for fall just because it has like the daisies and sunflowers. And then right here, we just have a single flower, and she does tell you the name of the flowers as well. And we'll get into that more in a minute. And then this one kind of has like a stained glass background. I mean, look at these botanicals she draws. They're gorgeous. So then we have, again, some single flowers. This is a ball dahlia, which is cool because then you can Google it and practice coloring it more realistically. This is a decorative dahlia. I had no idea there was more than one type of dahlia. So one thing, when you look on Amazon, it does talk about how she has like double page spreads and then single page flowers. And I do like how she has this variety in her artwork. So you'll notice the single page dahlias are transferred over and now they're into this double page spread. So it gives you a second chance to color them more in depth. And then here, see, we have the twin flower by itself, but then you'll notice here the twin flower has been integrated into this page. I like that. So like this could be my practice for realism, and then here I can practice it on a larger scale. Same thing here. The daffodil is by itself here, and then you have a whole opportunity to do the daffodils there. And then here we have a trumpet flower, a golden wattle. I hadn't even heard of that flower. I had to Google it. But you'll notice, again, these things end up popping up in her double page spread. This page I thought would be so cute to do for spring with the little hummingbirds. We're actually starting to plant these bushes in our landscaping that attract hummingbirds, so I can't wait. And I'm actually going to look up some of these and see if they could survive in Utah, because these look even prettier than the bushes I was going to do. So here we have the bird of paradise, and then you have a whole tropical scene where you could color that in. And then we have Monstera, it's type of leaf, and then Morning Beauty, I can't say it. So one thing with the paper, like I said, it's a thick cardstock, but not like thick as in Johanna Basford, and it's very smooth, but I think this would take quite a few different types of pencils. And look at this double page spread. I know some of them are daunting, and sometimes I get overwhelmed myself with double page spreads, especially because like a lot of these flowers would be the same color. However, you can always Google and see some variety and change it up a little so you're not burned out. Stargazer Lily, that's one of my favorite ones to color. I did one in a Maria Troll book, and I love that they have a whole bunch here to play around with, and you got Bumblebee as well. And then we have the Columbine, and then you got Columbine mixed in here. This would be a really good one for fall, especially with all the berries and the acorns. And then we have, I can't even say it, but chrysanthemum, I can say, sort of. And then again, see how she transfers them over into this. But look at this one. I love how it just goes and fans over. And you could do something really fun with this white space in your background. Basically, I love this book. Lily of the Valley, they are in here. You just kind of have to search for them. The leaves and butterflies are kind of taken over. And the grapes or blackberries, or I don't know. I guess it would be blackberries. So we have an aster and a plumbago. And then here you see those in this page. This would be also a really fun one to do for spring or summer. Just so gorgeous. And then we have foxglove, and then see how she incorporated the foxglove all through here. I can't wait to dive into this book, and I wish it was in my April ones. So we have a hibiscus. I love hibiscus flowers. And here we have like a little circular one with the hibiscus in there. You could do so much with this background. Even these, you could go crazy with a background. Treasure flower. I had never heard of that, but I don't have a green thumb, so I'm not surprised when I say I haven't heard of these things. Ixora, I think is how you say it. And then the Ixora is in here, but the treasure flower is not in this double page spread. I would love to look these up and see if they come in different colors. This again would be a really fun one, but I could see how you'd be like, oh, I'm dying doing the same leaf. But it can be pretty relaxing. I did a double page spread like this in a Maria Troll book, and even though every flower, every leaf was the same, it was kind of soothing, similar to coloring hair. So we have an English rose. The English rose is not in this picture here. And then we have a lupine, marigold. And you don't have to do backgrounds. You could totally do these by themselves. And here we have another double page spread that is just so pretty. I love how she does her leaves. This will definitely be in my May pages, I'm telling you that now. So orchids. I suck at coloring orchids, so I was really happy to see this in here because maybe now I can practice on this. I can even copy this and reprint it on a few of like my stock pages, and then that way I can practice it because I suck at orchids oh so bad. They throw me off, all these little petals. But then you have an orchid bouquet here. And then we have peonies, which are one of my favorite flowers. If I could plant them out here and they not die, I would have them all over my yard. But the peonies don't show up in this page. Like I said, they're not always in the next page. Then we have porcelain flowers and protea. And then look at this one. This is like super vibrant. You're gonna have, I mean, you got this flower here that's just crazy busy. All these like jungle type leaves. I mean, this thing could be so bright and beautiful. And then we have pansies, and I like how she did the pansies in this one. It almost looks like wallpaper. I hope this artist makes more. This is her first book that I've found by her. I even looked up to see if I had missed any. And this is the only one I had seen. But I hope she makes more because this is amazing. So we have the viola and spider plant. I had no idea there was such thing as a spider plant. So you see the spider plant. I don't see the viola in here though. But yeah, either way, I mean, look at these flowers. I mean, these double page spreads are just freaking gorgeous. Love them. Apricot blossom. That one is in here with this birdie right in the center. You could do that one in the fall too. And then we have Trillium, which is right here in the center, and then it has that stained glass background. You know, with these backgrounds, you could totally do a monochrome so they don't take away from your flowers. You could, you know, do them just gray, silver. You could get out some glitter gel pens and make them like glass. I mean, there's so many options. So we have hyacinth, and then the hybrid tea rose. And then this, a beautiful spread with these roses. Look at those. Oh, they're so gorgeous. And we have like a few that are kind of buds. Here's a little bud. Most of them are fully bloomed, but either way, this would just be so fun to color. Morning Glory. And look at this one. It has like little snails on the page. I thought that was pretty cute. Let's see. All right, we got Freesia and Cosmos. See if they are on this page. Okay, I see the Cosmos and the Freesia. Yep, so both of them are on this double page spread as well. And I know, like looking at these, you're just like, oh my gosh, that'll take me days. But it could be so relaxing. Frangipani? I don't know. I gotta Google that one. But they are in here, mixed with a bunch of little flowers. Depending on what the color is traditionally of those, you might be able to do that as a spring one. A Daphne, which is these little ones here. And then again, you have this little stained glass type background. You could do it whatever way you want. I personally prefer her like full page and double page spreads to these stained glass backgrounds, but that's just me. So we have Zinnia and then Fuchsia. Let's see, the Zinnia I see in there. Do I see the Fuchsia? Yep. So Zinnia and Fuchsia are both in this page. You got some little berries of some sort here, but look at all the leaves on this one. This is an insane amount of leaves. But again, I'm like not overwhelmed by this. And so then you just have your last page, and she goes into her, about her. And then that is the end. You just have another purple cover. And then the back. So it's not like Johanna Basford where you can color the, you know, sleeve and whatnot. But either way, this was a really fun find. I was super happy that I found it. I had just hoped or wished I had found it before. Like I said, I didn't even see it pop up till like mid-March. But the publication date is like the end of February. So if you have this book, let me know in the comments below what you think. You know, if there's any pages you really like. If you know if she has any other coloring books, I'd love to know about them. But yeah, guys, this is definitely one. If you're into botanical coloring, this is a good one to get. But I mean, if you're kind of over all the flowers, because I know we got Johanna Basford, Maria Troll. I mean, there's a lot of flower books out there, so I know a lot of colorists are like, oh, another one. But if you are like just looking for something a little bit different, this is a pretty good book. It might not be for everyone because it is heavily detailed, and it does take, honestly, it takes Maria Troll's books and kind of just adds a whole other level, especially with some of these double page spreads. So, But for me, it's a good book for me, for sure. And it's up to you to decide if it's a good one for you. But thank you guys so much for checking out this book with me, and hopefully you have it, and maybe we can do a color along. But until next time, take care.